tarantulas. They're big, they're hairy, and they have enough venom to kill a man. And they're just one of the many bug species eaten here in Cambodia.
Today, we're trying every bug dish we can find.
Oh my God, this is the biggest cricket I've ever seen.
Well, welcome to Cambodia.
By the end of this video, we'll hunt down and cook up venomous tarantulas for ourselves.
It's coming, it's coming.
This is what nightmares are made out of. This is insane.
To uncover the story behind this tradition of extreme eating, we drove an hour away from Cambodia's capital to a town named Skun, known locally as Spiderville. This place is infamous for its distinctive practice of consuming tarantulas. But first, we're warming up to Cambodia's love for insects with a beef dish that includes a healthy heaping portion of ants.
This is my favorite meal.
You've had ants before?
Hell yeah, I also used to get the ants before.
Meet Sreymam Mob, an aspiring local filmmaker who will stay by my side no matter how scary this journey gets.
Did you buy these ants or did you collect them yourself?
She go find it herself.
Are you kidding me? You picked these ants yourself?
She said her husband.
Her husband. Oh, now it's adding up.
These are the red tree ants that Jaw has for us today.
A long time ago in Myanmar, I went deep into the countryside. We got these ant colonies from the trees, then they would shake it up over hot steel. It would kind of burn the ants' legs off, and then they would fall into a basket. But how are the ants caught here?
They have the bucket with some water. You have to shake them so that it fall into the basket.
That's millions of deaths. 1 cow, 1 million ants right here for this meal.
How do you know it? 1 cow?
That's a good point. It could be 1 million cows.
Let's just say 2.
Okay.
To prepare this traditional dish, she starts by mincing garlic, then frying in a pan of hot oil until it's golden brown. The beef is cut into bite-sized pieces and added to the sizzling garlic.
Do you cook with ants often?
Yes, she often cooked the ants and she said that it's delicious.
Next, oyster sauce, MSG, chicken bouillon powder, and a pinch of sugar are mixed in, setting the stage for our protagonist, or should I say, ant-tagonist. Anyways, I'm talking about the ants.
You've had this type of dish before?
Yeah, it's so many things in your mouth. It's almost like the whole ants colony in your mouth. Like you eat the whole family and the whole culture.
I love it. Let's eat a whole ant culture. Now, one thing you have to know about Cambodian food in general is that every dish is accompanied by rice. Now, I want that full hit. Oh my God, that is so many ants.
And eggs.
Cambodian caviar. Wow, I've never had anything like that. To me, when it comes to eating insects, ants are like a level 1 type of food.
Level 1.
They're not really challenging. You don't have to psych yourself up to eat it. It's just ants.
It's just many families of ants, nothing special, right?
You know, the live ants are very sour. Something between a green apple and a lime. Here, they've retained some of that sourness, but they also have a very earthy flavor. I gotta say, it is a distinct, peculiar taste. It's pretty wild.
Ants represent just one of the many types of insects Ja has been dealing in as a bug seller for over 2 decades.
She done this since she was like 5 years old.
Her daily routine includes purchasing insects from local insect hunters and gatherers, then preparing them to be sold at a nearby market.
Her mom used to sell this stuff, so when she got married, she started this business as well.
There are crickets, silkworms, and water bugs, but the item with the highest demand, the tarantulas.
I myself, I've seen tarantulas before for sale. I've seen them at markets, but I've never actually seen somebody hunt them down. And that's what we're gonna be doing today. Except that, if they bite you, especially in the wrong place, you could die.
I mean, I would like to encourage you to give it a shot.
I will absolutely, 60% chance,
60%.
go hunting for tarantulas.
Before risking my life to hunt these formidable spiders, I want to learn more about the local fascination with insects. So I'm jumping into Ja's kitchen to witness her daily routine, processing and preparing almost 100 pounds of insects that will soon be sold at a nearby market.
Welcome to the bug kitchen.
Crickets, silkworms, and water bugs. All of her bugs are prepared the same way, involving crunchy powder, MSG, chicken bouillon, and sugar.
Right here we have our water bug, basically the biggest edible bug that you're gonna find in Southeast Asia, aside from the tarantula. She takes a huge batch and she puts them into the oil. That is some fiery hot oil. One thing you might not know about water bugs is they can actually bite you or give you a nasty sting. Luckily, their stinging days are long over. But later at the market, I'm gonna be giving it a try.
Welcome to the bug market, which, as it turns out, is less of a market and more of a bus stop, where travelers can choose from an array of unusual items for their road trip.
This is silkworm. It's the worm that produce silk.
Wow, you're like a walking Wikipedia. Look at you.
Number 2.
Looks like it's been cooked already. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
Cheers. Interesting. Oh, it's like a crunchy, leathery outside coat, and on the inside, it's like a green pea paste.
This one is my favorite.
Really?
It reminded of my grandma, really. She loved this stuff. Every time she traveled, she always stop and buy everything. I used to ask her before when I was young how it's like in Pol Pot regime, the khmerfood. She said that back then, if you can find cricket or any kind of insect, you eat them.
Wow.
Yeah, because there's nothing else to eat.
Consuming insects in Cambodia was common in the late 70s, during the Khmer Rouge's control, when many people fled cities to the countryside.
This is the biggest cricket I've ever seen.
Widespread famine forced Cambodians to seek sustenance in the least likely of places.
Sweet, salty,
Crispy too.
and very crispy.
Though the hardest times have passed, the practice of indulging in these little six-legged delicacies hasn't faded.
Why do you think people are still eating bugs today when they don't have to? You personally.
Well, personally, I think it's all about nostalgic feeling of what you used to eat and how important of it to your life right now. Of course, you grow older, you have more options, but your mind keeps thinking, oh, that exotic, I remember it, I want to eat it again.
Number 7.
This is a water bug. It is like layers and layers of wings and keratin. Is there a proper way to eat this where I'll enjoy it?
Take out the wing,
Sure, I'll take whatever I can take out, I will take out.
the hard part of the head.
So far, we're removing almost everything. It's fantastic.
Now let's put in our mouth.
All right.
Cheers. Like alcohol smell, kind of
Like a liqueur.
liquor.
To me, it has a very strong, perfumey, kind of apple-y taste to it, like fruit. The texture, it's like 10 layers of rice paper.
It's good for your teeth.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
You're still chewing.
Gone.
Nailed it.
Alas, it's time to hunt these venomous arachnids. Despite this place's ordinary appearance, one wrong step here could lead to serious trouble.
A lot of people don't really know where tarantulas hang out. At least I didn't. I thought maybe they hung out in
Top of the tree.
yeah, maybe in the top of a tree or the corner of an attic. But we have just come upon a tarantula hole that's about 1.5 inches wide.
To extract the spiders, we'll need the help of a professional hunter. That's where Miss Ori comes in.
When it go in, it normally use the web to close the hole. Yes.
Should we take a look? Step 1, she uses a shovel to dig near the hole. She's got to be careful though, because the last thing you want to do is destroy the tarantula's soft, fleshy body. If somebody gets bitten in the wrong spot, what's the worst that can happen? It's possible to die, right?
Yes, there is the dying case from it.
Have you ever been bit?
Well, of course you get bitten before.
Okay, sorry.
However, when you get bitten, normally in their belief, spit on it. Yeah, with prayer.
And now, how deep are they usually?
She said it depends. Sometimes it can go very deep. Sometimes it's not too deep.
Cool, so anywhere from 6 inches to 18 feet.
Oh, there's
Is there one in there?
Right now. Oh, she might have killed them already.
Oh my God. Unfortunately, it was struck by the shovel and it looks like it's deceased. Do we count this as a W?
When it's dead, you cannot sell it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fortunately, there's another tarantula tunnel a few steps away.
She's coming with the shovel, digging around the periphery of the hole. Okay, she's going in with the stick right now, and she's making a sound. The sound is used to coax them out.
Golden. It's coming. It's coming.
Oh, it just crawled out of the hole. It's right here, just sitting here. What's it doing?
It's the baby hatch babies.
Oh, it's hatched babies?
Hatch baby, there are at least 400-500 baby in there, as you can see.
Okay, I'm looking down into the hole. This is what nightmares are made out of. This is insane. What do you do in this case? Do you try to collect the babies?
Normally they would not dig them down this month. It's the hatching season, so maybe another month from now.
Since this tarantula is currently watching over her 400 newly hatched spider babies, Miss Ari decides to leave it undisturbed. After a bit of digging, poking, and coaxing the spider out using her tribal spider call, Miss Ari successfully locates another tarantula. This time, the spider is found clutching an egg sac.
Now that she's caught it, she grabs it, she picks it up from the sides. She's gonna use this knife here to cut the fangs. So with the fangs removed, this goes from a deadly tarantula to just a spider. Can't hurt us now. The other great news is that we've acquired this, a tarantula egg sac. Why is that great news? Well, because they like to eat these raw. fantastic.
I've been told these sacks contain unhatched spider eggs, and they're considered an absolute delicacy that money cannot buy. However, the true nature of their contents will soon be revealed.
Hunting for today is complete, and soon we will follow the journey of these tarantulas to a wholesaler. But first, we're headed to her house where we're gonna be trying out some tarantula egg sack. That is a sentence I thought I would never utter in my life. Ma'am, we just came back to your home. We're about to enjoy some nice tarantula eggs.
Level 9.
I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna stretch it open. Oh my God! I've never seen anything like this. It's so many baby tarantulas.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Where are the eggs?
This one hatched already, but you can still eat them.
I wanna see her, please. Okay, she's grabbed one. It's a little baby tarantula. It's only been born mere moments ago, hatching from its giant egg sac.
She said she don't want to eat the...
I knew it. I think you were trying to trick me. I think I'm on a prank show.
She just doesn't like the taste of the raw one.
Thank goodness. You know, my whole rule is if locals eat it, I do. And if they don't, why would I? Let's see what's behind door number 2.
Eating freshly hatched baby spiders.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's just not on the menu for our village hunter.
Okay, that's gross. Door number 3, the final egg sac.
Instead, to ensure they don't go to waste,
Oh my God. Yeah, no.
these guys will make a protein-rich snack for her chickens.
I gotta say, I'm feeling a little bit conflicted. On one hand, I was interested in the fact that you could eat tarantula eggs. It seemed like something that people rarely have the opportunity to try. On the other hand, I'm partially relieved that I don't have to eat anything at the moment. But we are instead gonna be eating the biggest tarantulas that we can find. We caught a lot today, and you and I are gonna eat them.
I'm ready.
Let's do it. We have finished the hunt. The tarantulas we caught on our hunt we've brought here, but you may notice there are a lot more tarantulas here. That's because this woman is a tarantula wholesaler. This is her gig. Every day she's bringing in tons of tarantulas, she's cooking them and sending them out. In fact, just moments ago, a man pulled up on a motorbike and he brought this box. Is it Amazon Prime? No. Oh my God.
Each tarantula here fetches a price ranging from 20 to 75 cents depending on the size. Given that Ms. Soy Lone sells thousands of these spiders daily, she's running a pretty substantial business.
What happened?
They beat her.
She got bit? How? As you saw when we were hunting, you're supposed to take the fangs off. She said some of the hunters forget. It just turns out someone could still be bit by this, namely her. Or me earlier when I piled about 50 tarantulas on myself. I thought I was safe. But she's been handling spiders for so long, she told us earlier that these days when she gets bit, she just gets a little bit of a bump, no big deal. From here, she's gonna kill it. Oh, so she gives it a good squeeze, and that is it. That is how you 86 a tarantula. It's very quick, efficient, wild, and slightly bizarre to see. So here's the fun part of the show where I do what the locals do. No.
After washing the spiders, it's time for some spider seasoning. They're coated with a mix of crunchy and creamy powders, MSG, chicken bouillon, a bit of food coloring, and sugar. To prevent their legs from breaking during the frying process, she carefully places them on a dried leaf, setting the stage for the final cooking step.
And now she's putting them in the hot oil. I've never seen anything like this. I gotta say, earlier the tarantulas were looking a lot more intimidating, quite scary. Now, much less intimidating. From here, we're gonna fry these tarantulas for 10 minutes, and this is gonna be our final course of the day. But first, an appetizer, cricket soup.
In a pot of boiling water, she begins by adding fermented fish paste, a staple condiment in local cooking. She follows this with the giant crickets, along with MSG, sugar, and a dash of salt. Next, cucumbers, mushrooms, and peppers are added, along with a generous helping of local herbs. Then everything simmers together until it's perfectly cooked or, cooked as perfectly as crickets can be. Time to eat.
If a fly lands on the dish, does it become a garnish?
You know, more protein maybe.
It's one thing to eat fried crickets, they're just crunchy. These are stewed crickets. It's a lovely broth.
It's not crispy though.
Very papery. It's hard to chew through. It's like eating fingernails.
I'm not sure about the cricket. It's a bit chewy.
That being said, it's a lovely dish.
Now she asks you to try the tarantula.
Level 10.
She did really handle these with care. Mine still has 8 legs. It's not been busted apart. Please, would you like to share with us? All right, now. Okay, I was gonna ask, but she's showing us. Let's just go for it. She starts with the legs. That's actually pretty good. That's like candy. The legs are very crispy. Okay, did she just eat the head? Oh boy, why do I keep looking inside? Why did I bite it in half? I gotta say, mentally, a bit of a hurdle, slightly challenging. But the flavors, this is the best tarantula I've ever had in my life.
Better than a lot of places that I went to.
It's fresh, it's crunchy, it's savory, it's sweet. I can't believe it, I kinda like it. Okay, flash back to me 7 years ago trying to eat a tarantula. Yeah, it was brutal, it was not that good. I was suffering. I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it. This is me now having my last bite. And that was the butt bite. I would eat another one.
Nice.
Hypothetically, on a different timeline. No, I'll eat another one. Here's what I've just realized. The spiders that foreigners get, tourists don't have a standard of how a tarantula should taste. So whatever they get served, they just accept it. And they go, ew, wow, it's a tarantula. They make their Instagram video, they get out of there. But this is for the local person with a refined palate. The legs are the best part. It tastes like there's a candy coating on the outside. They're very crispy. I gotta say, I'm very impressed. Well done. I know tarantulas are a timeless food. They're a food that go way back, and it's part of subsistence living. You know, it's survival food. These days, it's survival food that can still taste quite good as these do. But my question is, 50 years in the future, are people still gonna be eating this kind of food in Cambodia?
We have been eating this for a very long time. We will continue to eat it. However, it's getting less and less the number of it because it become popular for Cambodians to eat these things. So people keep looking for it further and further and further away. She doesn't know when it will be all gone.
Wow, this is something you never really hear about because you hear about things like overfishing. They don't have time to replenish. There's too much demand. But she's saying here, the demand for insects is so high that one day it may be the case that there are no more insects.
Yeah, for sure. It doesn't apply to just tarantulas. Natural caught animals are getting harder and harder.
It seems that a dark day may be upon us in the future where we no longer are able to freely and easily eat tarantulas. But what we can do is appreciate today and appreciate that right now we may live in the golden era of insect eating. So we should appreciate it while it lasts.
Okay.
Cheers.
If you love Indian food, then you're gonna love our new channel, Best Ever Food India. Subscribe now for weekly videos, showcasing the most unique street food from around the country.
When I'm too picky, never mind, it's not even a funny joke.
You can try.
No, it's just, I'm from a small town, St. Cloud. I lived in a trailer house. So whenever I'm too picky, my wife says, oh, I'm sorry, Sonny from the kingdom of St. Cloud.
Oh my God.
She calls it a kingdom. Anyways, love my wife. Some people might think because this is such a dangerous feat that it's men going out there risking their lives, but in fact, it's people like her.
Yeah, it's true, because in Cambodia, women literally take care of everything.
Everything.
I sound biased, but yeah, we do everything. Got a Tito. Woo!
What now?
She said this one is such a nice, gentle one. The nasty one, as soon as you dig there, it will come out and running around like crazy.
Oh, okay.
This one's a sweet one.
It's sweet. Well, it's also dead. And they're just one of the many bug species eaten here in Cambodia. It's the worst moment of my life. Boom, guys, that is the end of video number 2 in Cambodia, but we have so much more in store. In the meantime, I want to say a huge thank you to you.
Thank you to you.
Shri Mom.
Srai Mom.
Srai Mom. Today was a fun-filled day. Did you make it to the end of the video, or did you freak out when we showed you tiny little baby spiders from an egg sac? I freaked out, and now I feel like they're crawling in my skin under my jeans. It's not pleasant. If you want to follow Srai Mom on social media, here is her Facebook. It's also downstairs in the link. You can click that, send her a friend request. Otherwise, guys, that is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Peace. Yeah, I can't wait to never witness a big egg sac full of baby spiders again. That was something.